Hello, everybody. My name is Zach Viox. Welcome to another episode of BTV Nerd Night, brought to you by Bearcast Media.
I'm Brandon Meyer, and if you like this kind of content, you want to be kept up to date, make sure to follow all of our social media accounts at Bearcast Media. And if you like this kind of content here specifically, be sure to follow us and subscribe on YouTube.
Of course. First off, a quick shout out to our floor director, Jake Luby, as well as our producer, Mike Maisel, and new producer, Nicole Price. And then an even more special shout out to our executive producer, Brendan Mitchell.
Hail.
Tonight, we will be discussing bugs and all sorts of entomological facts and figures with our special guest, Drew Seiler. Drew, how are you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm good, and it's great to be here, Zach and Brandon.
Yeah, it's great. See, some of you might see me, Drew, on our D&D show, and he's actually one of our close friends right now. I mean, for a while. I wouldn't say for this time being.
Since high school, right? Yeah.
You're out of here soon. But he's a guy that knows a ton about bugs.
Yep.
Tell us why we should believe you about anything you say about bugs.
Well, I am a biology Bachelor of Science major going into ecology, and I am doing all of my focusing in like outside research, all the projects, everything I can do in entomology. So I've taken a few courses, I've done several research projects, given some presentations. It's just my passion.
It's pretty cool to be doing like presentations when you're still a student, though.
It is. It's
fun.
fun.
What are the research like? What's that like? What is that?
So I have a few different things, anywhere from just collecting tree ants for a professor at University of Louisville. Now we're actually about to look for some beetles at the field station that our college has. We have done...
A field station?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that just like on campus or where is that?
No, so it's an old lock and dam building on the Ohio River down in California, Kentucky. They do all sorts of research there. It's mainly the actual Ohio River watershed, so the river, some tributaries.
Okay.
But they also do bug stuff down there.
Just bug
Which
stuff.
is fun. Bug stuff.
Bug stuff.
Bug stuff.
But yeah,
Bugs.
and
That's
so I've
great.
done cicada research, moth specimens. I've actually identified moths for Boone County in Kentucky,
Oh,
the actual county itself in one of their nature preserves.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, what like got you started in bugs? I know like every little kid is running around their backyard. I like bugs.
Or just, oh God, bugs.
Yeah, or-
It's
yeah,
one or the
God,
other.
bugs.
You never get a middle.
Yeah. What made you go, I want to make this my career?
It didn't really hit me until I was actually in college, somewhere freshman year, where I was just kind of like, you got to find something. Everyone is going in marine biology, medical, anything of that sort. And neither of those. So I just sat down and thought about, like, what do I like to do? And if you guys remember in high school, on Snapchat, I would post things about bugs, identifying them, or people would send them to me, and I'd spend a few hours reading about them, finding out what they are. And so I figured, well, why not do that for the rest of my life?
Yeah. I got to say it's actually really helpful to have Drew as a friend, because sometimes people are freaking out about a spider. I'm like, okay, that doesn't look that bad. I'll send a Snapchat to him, and he's like, oh, don't worry about it. That's
Right.
just like,
No, you'll send it to him, and then he'll respond with, "Oh, it's this exact kind of
Yeah.
spider.
Yeah.
Here's its like classification, and it's
Down
like
to the
real
species.
scientific name."
Yep.
It's like, how do you realize
It's
that
fun.
it's
It's
just a
good
Snapchat?
What's worse is when you get really blurry pictures, and you're like, can you get a little bit closer for me?
You're like, I
The
can't.
guy's like,
Which
dude,
is,
am I dead or not? That's all I
right.
want to know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't tell you until you have been bitten, but it's fine.
Until you're
It's
bitten.
fine. It's fine. You're
Or-
good at that point.
I guess if that's the case, though, what are some like bugs that are so similar but they're like so different that it could be harmful?
Okay, so there's plenty, because in nature, what happens a lot of time is they do mimicry.
Yeah.
And so some examples are, monarch butterflies. Everyone knows what a monarch butterfly is
Yeah.
at this point. It's one of the most well-known, charismatic species of butterfly. They have multiple, just tens of other species that follow them.
Really?
Yeah, around
Really?
the world.
What makes monarchs so special?
Yeah.
So monarchs are actually, because of what their caterpillars eat, it's milkweed, which you should plant.
Milkweed.
Yeah, milkweed.
Why would I want to
So-
plant milkweed?
Because it's not actually a weed, first of all. It's a flowering plant.
Oh,
They
okay.
just, when we used to make all our agriculture plots, they just cut it down, which is part of why monarchs are declining.
Oh.
Now we have like the Cincinnati Zoo. They tell you they will actually give out packets of seeds, or they have lists of what plants you should plant for what bugs, all that kind of good stuff.
That's really cool.
So, which I've done some of my own and have rearing is raising butterflies. Some
Rearing.
monarchs from
Rear.
caterpillars. Yeah, rear.
Oh.
But they are poisonous because of what they eat as caterpillars.
Oh, really?
And that's part of why they're bright orange and red. It's a warning color. So all these other caterpillars who don't eat poisonous plants just mimic their colors so that a bird will come by and be like, I don't want to eat that. That's going to taste bad. It's going to kill me.
So
That's
you're telling me
hilarious.
if I eat milkweed, I'll look like a monarch?
One could hope. I recommend some tattoo design in there too.
Or just get tattoos
Yeah,
instead?
just get tattoos. Just
Yeah.
color yourself orange.
Okay.
Yeah, that way the other predators of the urban jungle won't come and eat you,
Yep.
Brandon.
It's the best way to
Some
scare-
guy's gonna try to rob me. He'd be like, "No, that guy's a monarch. I can't. I
Yeah,
don't,
you
they're
can't do it.
endangered. I
Right,
don't want to mess with
right.
that guy."
Plus, monarch king. It means you're on top.
True.
You got him.
True. But is there anything else like in Cincinnati that like we should be aware of, like a spider or something that's like poisonous? That like it looks like a normal spider, like I don't worry about it, but it's actually like
Some things we have are everyone knows black widows too. The really dangerous ones people mainly know.
Yeah.
Black widows. We have false black widows, which
What?
basically look the exact same shape, exact same coloring. They just don't have that red hourglass underneath. But who's gonna look?
No.
Basically, is what it comes down to. Yeah, the same like bulbous.
they're like, "I dare you, dude.
basically
Flip me over and
right,
see who's
right,
poisonous."
Exactly. No one's gonna do that.
It's a surprise.
Surprise! You're dead. Sorry.
How, what? So like, wait, are those ones the fake black widows? Are they like actually poisonous though, or
Well, okay. First of all,
Okay.
poison and venom is two different things.
Oh,
okay?
yeah,
Explain
yeah.
this.
Watch
So
yourself.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
poison is if you eat it, you die. Venom is if it eats you. So basically, venom has to be injected into you.
Like snakes.
Snakes,
Spiders.
spiders. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
But if you were to like eat, going back to the butterfly, if you eat the butterfly, you get injured.
Okay.
So that's what that
Oh,
is.
So
okay.
venom
Yeah.
is I don't stop putting that in me, and poison is I shouldn't have put that
Yeah,
in.
exactly. Right, right.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
That's pretty nuts.
Now we have, I think Brandon and I were talking earlier. We have a few questions about some certain kind of insects that we find really intriguing. So first off, what the fuck are scorpions?
How do they work?
Scorpions.
Yeah.
Why are they just death machines?
Scorpions are honestly one of the coolest things out there.
I would love to know why they are just a tank machine monster of death
Yeah.
with pincers and a stinger.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome. They're arachnids, so they think of like spiders,
Oh, really?
harvestmen, ticks, those kinds of things.
Wait,
So
ticks are arachnids?
Ticks are arachnids. Yeah, basically, if it has 8 legs,
Huh.
just assume.
I feel like arachnids are just
arachnid.
assholes.
They're really good at killing, is what.
Oh,
it is.
okay.
They're really good at killing. Yeah, they're not like none
Nature's
of that
machine.
vegetarian
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Let's just kill something.
Damn.
But
That's actually really cool.
yeah, scorpions. You kind of have. You have basically those that use their claws to hunt versus those that use their tails for the actual stinging. And the way that you can tell is that the tail to claw ratio. So if it's got a little tiny tail but giant beefy claws,
Big
meaty claws. Yeah, exactly.
Is Mr. Krabs a scorpion?
No.
Oh.
But he's a crustacean. But yeah, so those guys will hunt with their pinchers. They'll basically chase down prey, or a lot of times they'll just ambush. So they'll wait for something to walk by. It kicks up some dirt or whatever that they feel. They'll lash out at it. Versus the other kinds, you will use their stingers, and they have thick stingers. So it's all muscle for the quick, rapid movement.
Okay.
And I'm sure you've heard the general trend where the smaller the scorpion, the more venomous.
Yeah, I was just
Oh.
That actually does hold up for the
Really?
most part. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, some of the most dangerous scorpions are like the size of your thumb
Oh.
or smaller. Yeah.
Oh, God, they just kill you outright.
Yeah,
I'm
they-
glad
you're
we
you're
don't have
down for the count.
scorpions.
Right, but you have others that are like big emperor scorpions. Yeah, they'll hurt, but
Okay. First off,
Well, how big?
big
How big?
emperor scorpion.
big-
emperor
talking?
scorpions, you
How
could
big
think
is this?
of they're about the size, I don't know.
Like a shoe or
No,
do,
no.
Do you need a 12
It's
gauge
like
to kill this thing?
no, you could still step on it with a shoe.
Okay.
So
I don't
anyone
know.
who
I imagine
is-
like an emperor
don't do
penguin
that,
size
but-
scorpion.
no. It's I don't know about the size of the phone, give or take.
Oh, okay.
Like minus the tail. The tail's more, but they're sizable.
That's
they're
still
pretty,
pretty
big.
terrifying.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Big
like
old.
an iPhone scorpion coming at you.
Yep.
Do they get bigger with each generation too? Like an iPhone?
No. No.
Okay.
They also
stop that.
they also-
You're killing us all. Please
they
stop
also
this.
it's not too pricey to buy them.
Scorpions?
No, because iPhone.
Oh.
But yeah.
Ah.
Are you trying to sell scorpions right now? Are you a scorpion dealer by any
No,
chance?
I'd love to own some bugs, but I can't for where I live, unfortunately.
Like your apartment or like
yeah,
the state?
my apartment.
Oh, okay. I thought they're like
Um,
no scorpions allowed.
Right. Another cool thing with scorpions, though, is they all glow under UV light. Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah, so their carapace has a certain structure component to it, a certain chemical, well, not chemical structure that causes it to glow when under UV light, and that's actually incredibly useful for scientific research because scientists will go out middle of the night. That's a lot of times they're nocturnal,
Okay.
just carrying UV lights, just scanning
For
the
scorpion.
ground. Yeah,
Huh.
once they see a glow, they're like, "That's one of them that
why
we
do
want."
they have that?
Like just their carapace.
Yeah,
I guess?
it's just how evolution took their structure to be made.
Okay.
Right. There's really no rhyme or reason for it.
As a moron, are UV lights the same way like the black lights?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
I was
So,
thinking
like-
the same thing.
So those like black light parties are the safest place to be if you're a scorpion attack.
Yes, unless it's too crazy in there, and then you won't notice the scorpion.
All right, yeah. Huh. Dude, any other interesting facts about scorpions?
Something interesting about males in particular is actually they both have it, but males have a bigger structure. Is basically underneath their bodies they have comb-like structures.
Like cone?
Comb, like
Oh,
when
comb.
brush my hair, comb.
Okay.
Okay.
And they just sort of let those kind of touch the ground, and they'll just drag them as they're walking by to pick up chemical signatures to find mates or food,
What?
things like that. So the males obviously have a bigger of those because they're looking for females.
Okay.
Huh.
That's pretty nice.
That's really reproduction
Right.
in like insects and animals has always been weird because isn't there an insect that like will like kill the male and then lay the eggs in it?
They're
Well, praying mantis kills the male.
right. They usually don't like eggs in them.
Okay.
What happens
That'd be
is
pretty brutal.
Yeah,
That would be
right.
really brutal.
I know, you know, black widows. Black widows eat their males.
Yeah.
Praying mantis eat their males.
Okay.
Lots of spiders.
That's what we
eat
should
their
do in
males.
society. Just kill all of them.
I disagree with
Hey,
that.
it's National Women's Day.
National Women's Day today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for not killing us, women.
We appreciate it. We really do. It's a good time living.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you clearly like scorpions. What's your favorite insect?
praying
period?
mantids for sure.
Really?
Easily. Yeah.
Min-
They're just
What's the difference between a mantis and a mantid?
mantid is actually specific to certain species.
Okay.
Mantises. So praying mantis is like the base. It's when you put it plural, it gets a little finicky.
Yeah.
So with a D is technically limited to some of the most common species, basically.
Okay.
Mantises is just all of them as a whole.
Okay.
What are some of your reasons for why it's your favorite?
Because they're just the ninjas of the bug world.
They're the
As you
ninjas.
can
Wait,
tell
what?
by my shirt. Yes,
Ninja
the
bug.
shirt. They are just some of the coolest body structures and the hunting methods they do.
Because they got like the.
Right. So they have the raptorial arms, literally raptorial for raptors.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Oh.
They're just
the
bug
claws-
raptors?
That's really
right.
funny.
They're bug raptors, bug ninja raptors.
Ninja dinosaur
Ninjas.
bugs.
The
Holy.
coolest
Yes.
tag I've ever heard for an insect.
Yep.
What makes them ninjas?
We
What makes them
have-
ninjas? Are they that
Because
sneaky?
they are so fast and their camouflage is so incredible that they will catch anything that gets near them.
Really?
Yeah, you have some mantids that have specific flowers that they hunt off.
I think I've seen those
Yeah,
before.
I don't
Like
know if
the-
you've heard
like-
of orchid mantids.
Yeah,
Or-
those
yep.
things are cool.
They look
What?
yeah,
They're
awesome.
so cool.
So cool.
They're
They
like
look
they're beautiful.
exactly
They're like
they're
beautiful looking.
gorgeous, gorgeously colored. Look exactly like orchid.
Yeah, they're like white and pink,
Yeah.
but they mess you up.
What
Right.
the
Yeah.
heck?
Other ones, my personal favorite is the ghost mantis.
Ghost mantis. That's
First of all,
horrifying.
cool ass
That's a
name.
really cool name.
Cool name. So cool. But they're all smoky colored. There's mainly like a brownish red and then a greenish gray, which, kind of boring colors until you see how the contrasts come. And they have like this cone like smoke wisp on their structures.
What?
Yeah.
That-
Incredibly cool.
That's. Are there any like Pokemon mantises? I don't think you've seen one. They should. They need
Mantis
one.
The
one.
closest you can get is like Scyther.
Oh, yeah,
probably.
yeah,
That's
Scyther.
probably
Scyther's
the
one of
one.
the coolest
Yeah.
ones, though.
Scyther was like, oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
It's pretty
Right.
terrifying. Yeah. So like you're saying how like mantids and stuff are like really good at camouflage. Is that just because they look like sticks?
That the actual colors, a lot of
Okay.
them will also have certain appendages or folds that blend in with their environment.
Okay.
Like the orchids, they're very like frillery.
Yeah. Because don't they have
shaped.
like don't mantises have like they have wings, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Oh, that's
some of them
terrifying.
they can't fly like
Oh.
you think of flies and bees. It's more of like a
Glide?
grasshopper. Yeah.
Okay.
Like they can sustain flight, but not that
Kind of like a chicken.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, ninja chicken dinosaur.
Ninja chicken dinosaur.
Dinosaurs. That is
insects.
that's a praying mantis.
We'll throw that
Ninja-
up there.
That's a T-shirt right there.
Ninja chicken dinosaur. The one I had a story one time, like when I was a young lad.
Hmm.
I was a wee boy. I was going outside to play in the summer, and I go onto my back porch, like throw it open, all excited. I'm gonna play, and I see this praying mantis. Like to me, it looked like 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
It was just looking at me, just staring at me, like, "What you gonna do? You coming my way?" And it was like right off my porch, and I was just like, "No, praying mantis." And I was like, "Yes, Brandon, this is my territory."
I came out of
They have like
the-
shark eyes. I feel like
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they,
their eyes are terrifying.
they
It's
look at
awesome.
you and they're
It's
like, "I will
incredible.
eat your
Right, like-
soul."
right. You know how they have
Inside
kind
you.
of that darker coloration?
Yeah.
That's like actually more focused lens for their eyes. Yeah, which is why when they turn, they like focus that.
Oh,
You even did it kind of like
Yeah.
a praying mantis. That was
Oh my
scary.
God.
They're the only insects that can turn their head that much of like a degree.
Really?
So that's why it's weird because they're like really humanoid, like with their head movements.
Right. They just turn around and flip at you. It's terrifying.
Oh, do they have like territories or something? 'Cause I feel like this thing was daring me to like try to fuck with it.
Not really, but they are very defensive for the most part. Like obviously, if it's just you can have them just chill on your hand, it's not really a big deal.
Okay.
Others though, if you kind of aggravate them, scare them a bit, they actually will go. A lot of them have defense states.
Really?
Basically, they kind of puff themselves up, put their claws out.
What?
They'll spread their wings out too to look bigger, and some of them have designs on the undersides of the wings
Oh.
specifically to warn away predators.
like
then-
like in contrast to like what their regular wings
Yeah,
look like.
so some of them have like eye patterns,
Warning
or,
signs on their
yeah,
stuff?
colors.
That is
like
awesome.
reds versus like striped colors.
If you live in a bad praying mantis neighborhood, you should pay attention to
You
this
should pay
because
attention.
Yeah.
they will rob you.
They will be
of your
waiting.
soul.
Just they are everywhere. You just can't.
There's
see
got to
'em.
be some really cool like fantasy praying mantis names out there. Like, oh, there's like Red Flag. Have you seen him? His wings are like red with blood.
What are you talking about?
like a praying mantis. Like they have like cool like gang names.
How'd you feel about Kung Fu Panda with the mantis in that?
Oh, here's the best one. Here's the best one.
Honestly,
Just
he
think-
was super cool.
Yeah,
Actually, I
yeah.
actually
He
really
was so
liked
small. They didn't even see him, and he just
him. Was beating ass the whole time.
beating ass the whole time. Just kicked their asses. It was great. It was great.
That's awesome.
And the fact that they had him in there.
So here's a question I had that was kind of brought up with what you were saying is I know like regular mammals and stuff are like what is it, like dogs and like coyotes and stuff are kind of territorial.
Yeah.
In their places. Are insects in general territorial?
Insects, not too much. You'll always find some that are. Arachnids, typically more.
Okay.
Although you get like bees, wasps, anything that builds a nest will be protected. with
Yeah,
certain
that
things.
makes sense.
Okay.
Others will be if it laid an egg sacked, it'll be protective around there. Those kind of things. There's one insect that's really interesting, and it was recently in the news. My news, not most of the population.
Front page New York Times.
Front page of Entomology Today. Yeah, good stuff. Subscribe.
Someone out there just said, "Oh, I'm gonna."
Yeah,
subscribe to
I
this."
hope so. Please do. It's a guy, awesome stuff. But they're called web spinners, not because they're spiders or anything of the sort. They actually spin silk from their arms, which
Spider-Man?
basically, but not spiders. So
What?
What?
yeah, the male has wings, female doesn't. They look kind of like most, like, I don't even know, like an ant mixed with a grasshopper, sort of.
Ant mixed with a grasshopper?
Yeah, they're not particularly striking, other than they look like they have Popeye forearms after he eats spinach. Yeah,
They're just yoked.
basically just the front two though, just like, and so that's what. But they build their nest webs. They call them galleries, actually.
That's really
Right
cool.
in bark. So you know how bark is kind of got those ripples on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They build it in there.
Okay, how big are they?
They're not that big.
Compared to like an ant.
They're bigger than an ant. Bigger than an ant. Smaller than any of your fingers, though. Easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess the question what everyone's really kind of concerned about is, do we have anything to fear about bugs?
I was thinking the same
Say
thing.
say your
actually.
girl's freaking out. Can you just tell her chill out? It's just a bug.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Honestly, the scariest thing about bugs is that their population's declining. And that's
Oh
not
wow, that
good
was
at all.
really morbid.
Yeah, it took a dark turn for anyone who's listening.
Oh god.
But no, bugs themselves, I mean, obviously you get some that are actually dangerous. Black widows, those kind of things. Which actually, black widows, you don't often get killed from this.
I heard, they can't go through your skin, right?
No, they can.
Oh, they can.
Yeah, black
Oh.
widows can definitely bite you.
That's how I've been rationalizing not being
No.
scared my whole
No.
life. I literally heard that myth,
Definitely
and
can
I was
bite.
like, I'm fine, whatever. Now I'm scared again.
Yes,
Thanks.
You're gonna
black
get, like-
widows, brown recluse. Yeah, they'll get you.
I
Hey.
hate how am I not dead?
Follow up question to make Brandon more terrified: how deep do those bites go?
They're not that bad.
Oh,
They're
okay.
They're actually not.
That's where you're
Bite
supposed
your
to.
whole hand.
That's
But-
where you're supposed to say a full length or something.
I mean, if you get bit by a tarantula, you'll get
Oh.
a little more. No,
All
their
right.
venom's
But,
also.
anyway, what were you trying to say? Ask before about the black widows?
Oh, dangerous things. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's really not that much unless you're allergic to any, like bee allergies are pretty common. They won't really kill you that much. There's some that there's a lot of times what's associated with being killed by bugs are like other diseases. Think of malaria,
okay.
malaria and mosquitoes, the worst combination you can put out there. Yeah, those kinds of things. But anything we have around here, no,
Not much.
Not really.
Did you hear about that like spray that they were? It was a while when I read this article, but it was like a spray or something that basically confuses mosquitoes to like not even registering that you're there.
What?
Did you hear about that?
Oh no, I haven't heard that.
No.
It was. I don't know if it actually gotten through production or anything, but basically they sprayed into the air and mosquitoes would just basically not register that humans were there,
Interesting.
and they just kind of float around.
That's
Interesting.
Really
Yeah.
cool.
I wonder if, just mess with their senses, I guess.
Yeah, basically just makes them go, no human here.
So what kind of bugs are the ones that like feed off of blood? Because like you said that ticks
Ticks.
drink blood, but
Ticks,
they're arachnids. So what are mosquitoes then?
Mosquitoes are insects. Yeah,
Okay.
they're type of fly. We call them midges.
Okay.
They're more specific, a biting midge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Midges
midge
just-
is a weird word. It kind of
Midges-
makes them sound all wimpy and like midges. We don't need to worry about those.
Midge sounds like
Like,
a Midwestern white mom name.
But okay, if
Midge.
mosquitoes are part of the midges just have to have all the worst bugs, right?
it's just a lot of mosquitoes and other flies.
So all the worst bugs.
Yeah. all the worst
a
bugs.
lot of them. The ones that you like that get that.
Like gnats,
Thing-
are they midges?
Yes, I believe so.
I see. Someone told me once, and I don't. I guess it's false. It's that gnats were just baby flies.
No.
Yeah,
That's not- baby flies are maggots.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
the entirety,
God.
all the way through. They all have
Okay,
some
I have
maggot
two
form.
questions for you.
Sure.
Why do mosquitoes drink blood,
Okay.
and how do they live with that?
Okay. So
How do
they-
they live with
Yeah,
themselves?
well, because they
Live
don't
with
what
look in the
exactly?
mirror.
What do you mean?
It's I drink
Like-
the life
like-
essence of
like-
humans.
Like, okay, they drink blood, but how does that like keep them going? Because don't they need like proteins and stuff to like keep going?
Okay. So
Hey.
something about that. So only females drink blood.
Okay. Oh.
Females only drink blood when they're looking to produce eggs. So males and usually for
Okay.
females, they will just drink nectar of plants, just like
Oh.
most
Oh.
They're
bugs.
nice.
Yeah. Male mosquitoes are bros. They're fine. We don't need
So-
to.
Shut up, bro. Don't worry about it. We're just
They're good.
our woman's gonna suck your blood.
Yeah, exactly. But females need that blood, the extra proteins and nourishment, all the nutrients that
Okay.
come with it to produce
Yeah,
their eggs.
a lot of blood has like protein and things in it.
Right.
So
See, I didn't know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the same with ticks and pretty much anything that drinks blood. They'll usually do it in order to make eggs.
Oh.
it's really
So like down at my parents' cabin in Kentucky,
You drink
like
blood?
the
A
ticks,
lot of ticks.
are all out
Oh.
during the
it's
spring.
horrible.
Is that what because they're mating? I'm
Yes.
assuming? Okay.
Right. And then they'll lay their eggs to then.
so it's like literally a blood orgy.
Oh my God, it is.
Ah.
I didn't. Oh, I don't like.
I don't like that.
That's a really bad way to think of it.
Bugs. When you go out into the woods, bugs are just having a blood orgy. You're not safe. Hide your kids. Hide your wives.
Hide your veins.
Oh, man.
Hide your veins.
Position
your
all
veins
your
for sure.
proteins tonight.
Is it true you can explode a mosquito by flexing on it? Like
So,
not
okay.
like showing it your money, but actually flexing your blade.
I have tried and never successfully done it. I can't remember if I've seen videos where it's been done. I don't see why you couldn't though.
Yeah, I mean, if
It's
it lands,
like
it has to land like directly on a vein.
Right.
Though, right?
And so if it gets a big enough vein, and they're only sucking in. They're not putting anything out other than some saliva. It's just
Okay.
part
Is
of
it
it.
because like flexing like puts too much in for them?
So when you flex, you'll basically like, it's kind of when you flex, you just like pop the blood into your vein for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if it's full enough already, there's like a chance maybe. But again, I have never personally seen
I
it,
feel like
so
it's
I
like
can't confirm.
What
that.
probably is more like is like when you're drinking one of those like squeeze Gatorades and someone just comes up.
Yeah, your buddy just comes up and just squeezes the rest of it.
There's a chance.
Except
There's a
instead of
chance
it-
it goes up your nose, but there's other chance you just stop.
Right,
You know?
right.
Except in this
exactly.
case, it murders them.
It just explodes.
They explode.
They explode.
Yeah.
Which should be way more fun to watch, I think.
I
But-
think-
Hey, speaking of exploding bugs,
What?
if you pull the wings off of cicada, does it head pop off?
No,
Because I heard that.
it's the
Oh,
legs,
it's
I
the
think.
front
It's the
two
leg?
legs. Yeah.
So
Why?
it actually happens.
Yeah, that's an
Why?
actual thing.
Why?
Is
It's
it-
just the way that
Self-destruct
their
mode.
bodies. No.
If a cicada's feeling really sad, he's just like,
Let me just hang on here and drop.
It's over, Margaret. We're not gonna make this summer.
Karen.
No, I imagine what it is. Well, what it is that just the way that it's all jointed together right there. Because I mean, they don't have necks, they don't have shoulders, nothing to separate the arms from the head. Basically,
Yeah.
they have three
That's
body segments,
weird.
but it's all like crunched together. So you just pull this out, and it's just it's just-
Cicadas or is it locusts are like super interesting because isn't like something like they come back like on prime years or
cicadas, and that's actually
It's soon, right?
2022.
Okay.
We will have
God.
the big Brood X. For anyone who doesn't know, because periodical cicadas are not a well-known thing outside the this area.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like a really.
I
what's it
recently learned that.
like a Midwestern thing.
What?
Midwest, yeah.
Well, why was I
So-
born here?
God, why do you hate us?
Because he hates you. I read a quote the other day. So beetles, there's just there's millions of beetle species, and so one was talking. It was like they were talking. Someone asked an entomologist about like God, and he's just like, "Well, I don't know, but if there's a creator, he really likes beetles." Just something. Yeah. Bug humor. It's the best. It's the best. It's the great. Bug some people and.
Oh my god.
No. What were we talking about?
Cicadas prime.
Cicadas, yeah. Periodical cicadas.
The Brood.
The Brood.
That sounds like a-
Broods.
menacing.
It sounds menacing. Anyone who's played
Are
StarCraft.
they gonna
thinks
mug
of
me?
The Zerg. They're not gonna mug you. They'll just get really loud and everywhere.
Fly into your head.
They make
Do
their
you
way
get
in.
excited by that or annoyed by that when that happens?
I like bugs, so I'm gonna let you figure that one
You're
out.
just like, hit me in the face,
hit
bugs.
me. Like the stink bugs. I
But,
don't know if
like,
you've ever had a.
Why do they come out period? Because it's like really weird
They have to
years
hibernate
they come
kind
out,
of
right?
thing.
No, so they'll come out and mate. Females will use ovipositors, which is ovipositor is a general term for the appendage that lays eggs, basically.
Okay.
They'll make little cuts in trees. They'll lay their eggs in there. The eggs hatch, feed a little bit on tree fluids, and then just drop into the ground, and they burrow. So once they
Huh.
burrow, they're nymphs because they molt once.
Mhm.
Okay.
They'll shed their skin. They just stay in the ground, maturing as they are nymphs, chewing on plant roots, that kind of stuff.
Huh.
Then after an allotted amount, like the certain amount of time, which we have 17-year and 13-year cicadas here,
Okay.
in this general area. Ours are 17-year, the big one,
Oh,
Brood X,
oh, God.
10.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it's also like a few species each, which is interesting. And they named them according to like 7 and 3, so it's actually kind of easy to sort them through.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, easy. Good job, scientists.
Scientists are smart. Who
Scientists,
knew?
We're good. But then we have, gorilla and things like that.
Hey, the
It's
gorilla,
like,
gorilla.
Hey,
Oh my god.
Someone was probably tired that day. They were naming a bunch, like
yeah,
100.
they probably had a bunch.
gorilla, gorilla. That's it.
It's
I'm
gotta
done.
be it.
I'm clocking
Right.
out.
Right. But they will emerge in just millions of individuals around, like those ones. You can find them year round, every year.
Okay.
There's some that are just typical annual lifespans,
Huh.
standard bug, but they arise in the millions upon millions
Oh
in order
my
to
God.
basically flood out their predators. So the whole logic is there are so many bugs out at that point. What are the odds that you're the one that gets picked off to eat? That's what that is. Yeah.
It's like the trolliest way.
It is.
To get,
It is.
to get out of getting
You're just spamming yourselves.
What are you gonna do, Hawk? There's like a million of you.
Yeah,
What
basically.
are you gonna do?
Shuck
It's just whoever has the largest army wins at that point. Like, oh, you got like
It's
3
like, I
birds
can't
versus
even fly up
hundreds
here.
of cicadas.
Is that why they also make that loud noise too? Does it annoy the other?
No, that's for mating purposes.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's another just giant
It's-
orgy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bugs love their orgies. You ever
Why?
Nature loves their orgy.
You ever see gnats swarming? Like you're
Oh,
walking along and
is
you
that
walk
what
Are
into
you
doing?
telling me?
bug orgy.
Oh my god.
Are you telling me that I'm just my face first
Yep.
into a bug orgy?
Yep, that's what that is.
Like all the times when like you're playing baseball as a little
It's
kid.
not perverted
and
if
you're
it's
like out in
nature.
the field and you're like, hey Timmy, go out to outfield. Oh, but there's a big group of bugs there. Don't worry, they won't bother you.
that's just
They're
the
actually,
orgy.
they're
It's just
actually
the orgy.
having an
They're
orgy.
too interested in something else to be interested in you.
They're a little hot and bothered right now.
Not mother. That's right.
Wow. Is there any bug that doesn't like? Is there any bug that is just like one female, one male, and like no like big like grouping of?
Well, males have to compete and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like if they're just like, I will kill you.
Right.
For this.
I mean,
Right now.
there's
I need this, dude. It's been a drought. It's been 17
so
years.
something that's really weird is a lot of time like bug sexual appendages are designed like some flies in
talking about this
particular.
right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are. This is happening.
Science.
This is happening, guys.
I'm genuinely interested.
Their penises are basically designed to scoop out the sperm of prior competitors. Yep. That's a thing.
Why?
Take that home.
Hold
You
up,
know when
hold
you
up.
learn about the birds and the
how
bees?
common of a
Skip out the
problem is that?
bees.
That you're like, no, not the right sperm.
Even
Bad.
better. How like those bugs had to evolve to that
Yep.
point. That means over the course of that bug's entire like
Just-
millions of years, they were like, you know what? We need to focus our evolution on is scooping out our
Enemy
sperm.
sperm. Who was the first bug to be competing? Then went, hey, what happened to my sperm?
I don't know,
Where'd it go?
Some bug named Jerry.
I
probably.
thought I had sex with that one. She's not my baby.
You think they die before that happens?
Probably they're like living for like 2 days. Like,
Yeah, it's fair. Some. There's other bugs.
is that
too.
true though that flies live for like a day, whatever?
Depends on the species. If you get fruit flies, which have all the like genetics work done, they live for like a week as adults.
Oh wow.
But that's why you get so many of them in your kitchen.
Because they just spam.
Yeah, it's the
I'm noticing a common trend amongst some
numbers.
of the most annoying
Numbers wins everything basically at this
in the
point.
bug world.
Yeah. Yeah.
What- what
That's how your
happened 'cause-
species survives. That's why humans are,
I mean, true.
everywhere.
We just like are everywhere.
We're everywhere.
I mean, we're also pretty big and smart, so that kind of helps.
So,
And also,
yeah.
dolphins aren't on land. Like if we had
True.
dolphins,
If we had to
were in
compete
the
with
water,
dolphins, we'd be second place.
no, dolphins are crazy.
honestly. Okay. Here's a question for you.
Sure.
What is like a lot of common misconceptions about bugs? Because we spoke about a few
Mhm.
like before about like black widows not being able to pierce your skin.
Yeah, I
Right.
thought that was legit.
Right. No.
Freaking-
What are some like big things? Like,
What's something
bugs?
that gets your goat? When people
Something
bring
that
it
get
up?
me. So, do you guys know what we call daddy long legs?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Okay,
go-
the little
yeah.
spindly arm. They look like they have like a bean body, giant long legs. Everyone is just,
One of them is like
horrifying.
horribly large.
Yeah,
than the rest
sometimes
of them.
2 of them are longer because they feel with them.
Quick question.
So,
Okay.
Why are they? What sicko called them daddy?
fun things. I will get to that.
Okay.
Actually,
The
I will get to
backstory
that.
on
Yeah.
daddy long legs.
So first of all, daddy long legs, not spiders. So whoever's calling them spiders, stop.
What are they?
They're
then?
not.
You're the part
They
of the
are
problem,
harvest men,
which is almost
Whoa.
which
That's
is a
scary.
terrifying name in of itself.
Harvest man.
Harvest men. There's
Who? Okay, whatever scientist out there named bugs is literally the
the
coolest
best.
person ever.
He's
Thank
an
you,
emo.
Carl Linnaeus.
Carl Linnaeus.
Is he the
Linnaeus.
bug man?
He did like all the taxonomy almost.
Really?
Yeah, for back in his day. We love him. Yeah. So harvest men.
Okay.
The actual name is not as so they don't get their name from anything as cool. It's just because they typically found them when they were harvesting crops.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, you think
I thought
it's
they were
let me
like
harvest my
re-
enemies.
That's
yeah, I
not
thought
what
they
I'm-
were reaping souls.
That's
but
not what
they
I'm gonna tell my
do
friends.
that actually.
What?
So they don't have venoms. There's no fangs. There's no pinchers. Or
Yeah,
anything.
they're just
they
like a
have
body.
little appendages. They're called chelicerae. Chelicerae. That's the thing that makes arachnids basically.
Okay.
So
they have
they're
these, but
basically
they
little
don't-
like
they're not arachnids?
saws or little pinchers, cutters, knives, whatever you want to call
Okay.
They're
them.
like
Just little
poison
things that
daggers?
can cut. They're not poison though. There's no
Oh,
venom.
sorry, venom
There's no
daggers.
venom at all.
Nothing.
No.
Okay.
They just basically run something down and catch it.
What?
So pretty bad. There's
So they-
tons of kinds. Those are just that's ours. What
So
ours
that's like
do.
if a human ran on all fours and just bit something to death.
Yeah. You know, whenever you want to like actually engage in the hunt, that's how you should do it.
That's how our ancient ancestors.
You just sprint. You sprint.
I think there was a
Take it, bite it.
A caveman's like, what do I use with these hands? I got a mouth for.
Like Caveman Joe over there in the cave is like, hey guys, I got these teeth. I was running down the street the other day. I found the old raccoon there and I bit it to death by the teeth.
I feel like Caveman Joe would be dead from rabies, but who am I?
Who am I?
I'm
Who
no
are
doctor.
we?
Who are we to?
Who am I to judge?
We're not.
He learned from the Harvestmen though.
Apparently, yeah. So they are the only arachnids to actually.
So what annoys you about what's annoys you about that people misconception
People think they're
about that?
spiders. Yeah,
Okay.
they're not. They're not. That's
They look kind of like spiders.
They look
but-
like spiders. Yeah,
But they're still arachnids.
they're still arachnids. So
Okay.
they're still related to
Oh,
spiders.
okay.
But they basically will
like
capture
calling a
something
scorpion
and
a
then just like
Yeah.
cut off parts of its body. and
Oh.
just straight into the digestive system. There's no mouths. There's no liquefying like spiders and scorpions do. They just give me your finger and straight in. It's fun.
They're lit.
It's fun.
That is terrifying.
They're
Th-
just using you like beef
They-
jerky.
Yeah,
Tearing out
okay.
strips.
Okay, let's
That's all it is.
let's evaluate the daddy long leg right now. It runs you down
Yep.
and stabs you to death.
Yep.
On all fours.
Yep.
And then cuts off pieces of your flesh
Yep.
and just
and
straight up
you're
ingests them.
typically alive still, so keep that in mind.
What?
They don't have that's how they got to kill you. They got to
If-
cut you apart.
If
While
Daddy-
you're still alive?
Yep.
Do they just like incapacitate their prey?
Yeah, they'll just hold them there and just give me your face.
if Daddy if Daddy Longlegs, Harvestmen, whatever, were like humanoid, they'd have meat hooks of just people.
yeah, they just like,
they
get
just-
over here,
yeah.
gotcha.
Terrifying. This is scarier than spiders.
Yeah, they're pretty, but yeah. So you know how ours look? They're pretty boring.
Yeah.
You get some whose like chelicerae are just like giant, hulked out, roided out claws. You get others that have like super long, like they just reach and just grab you basically.
Ah!
Think of like Slender Man. You just but
Ah!
quick, but fast Slender Man. Just, that kind of stuff.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, and then you know the next thing you know, you're getting cut to bits.
that's like
daddy.
if like a Sarlacc pit was just walking around grabbing people and just you're mine.
Your mind
Oh,
just swallow you.
If a Sarlacc
That's pretty
pit was an
horrible.
active predator,
Dude, I thought spiders were terrifying.
Oh, not
This is
me,
why
their
Simon-
cousin.
this is why scientists say no, they're nice. They're nice because they're not telling you the truth. It's a conspiracy.
They don't want you to
Scientists
They don't want you to know.
don't know about the horrifying flesh-peeling monsters
They're
that they
called
are.
they're called the Harvestmen.
No, Daddy
It's like
Longlegs.
something out of a nightmare.
Daddy Longlegs.
Daddy.
Oh God.
But the daddy comment you made earlier.
Okay, yeah.
They have some of the strangest, most terrifying penises you'll even see in the bug world.
Not only do they have terrifying mouths, but their penises are
Yeah, yeah.
horrifying.
They're just horrifying.
You think
Okay.
human dicks are
Okay,
gross?
are they worse than a duck's corkscrew penis?
Yes.
What?
And you should look
Do
up
they,
pictures.
do they have just guns
Look
attached
up
to their dicks?
pictures. Harvestman penis. That's all you got to Google search.
No, I'm not looking that up.
And then people
I'm looking
have a
that up.
spoon ready to scoop out your eyes after that because it's horrible.
Description for the
Okay.
viewers. Describe this horrible
my
monstrosity
God.
All right.
of a
Looks like-
phallus.
Oh.
What does it look like?
I don't even. So think of like.
Oh God.
Think of like I don't even know how to. So they're all different because bugs.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Of course. Who doesn't know that? But they're kind of like serpentine, hook-like. I'm trying to think of something. There's nothing in this room that could describe how horrifying these are.
Serpentine and
Yeah,
hook-like.
so you know they can move them
Like a
once,
meat
once they're
hook.
inside, like a meat hook.
Like a meat hook.
But like a
So they grab you
like
in
a-
and pull you in.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't want to know how
they
these
made
things
like
reproduce.
Do they also
But-
scoop out the
Yeah, so that's why they
Oh.
can do that stuff. But it's like some of them have like it's like one main appendage, and then like kind of two more. I don't know
It
why. there's
branches
two
off?
more.
What?
Yeah, it's got like two branches.
Why?
There's like some fuzziness on it and thing.
Fuzzy-
It's not for the faint-hearted. Let's just put it that
Okay,
way.
so
I'm
follow
looking
up.
that up right now.
Think of,
I'm done. I'm
yeah, let's
While
get
you-
a
while you look that
I'm
up,
looking this up.
remember,
follow-up
harvestman
question.
penis.
What is
Yes.
the scariest group of insects, and why is it arachnids?
Okay, arachnids aren't insects. You
Okay.
dunce.
You
two
ignoramus.
different
Apologies.
classifications. They're actually
Okay.
two different phyla, which is like way up there in
Okay.
taxonomy.
First of all,
I don't know
I
any of
looked up
this.
harvester bug penis, and did you mean harvester big penis?
That's because of your search history, Brandon.
Maybe, I don't know.
So wait,
Scary.
arachnids aren't insects?
The arachnids are not
I
insects.
don't want to look up Daddy Longlegs penis.
Don't
either.
look it up.
Just look up harvestman.
Save this for later.
Harvestman
Okay.
genitalia is the scientific way to put it. Please
Okay.
look it up because I think the public wants to see this.
My dark lord is commanding me.
Hell.
Hell.
So
So
harvester.
Harvestmen.
Harvestmen
Harvestmen
genitalia.
genitalia.
And while you're looking that up, arachnids aren't insects.
Arachnids are not insects. So there's actually a lot of differences to them.
Okay.
The main thing, so insects have 3 body segments.
Okay.
Arachnids have 2. Harvestmen have 2 but fused together. That's why it's like look like a bean, basically.
Okay.
So 3 versus 2. No arachnids have wings. Did you look it up?
It's like
Let me-
it's
let me-
longer
let me
than its body. It's just like, come
Oh
here.
my
you.
God, that
Come
is
here.
I told you guys.
Terrifying.
I warned you.
It's like if you had like a third arm attached to your chest that just
It
was
looks
like
no. It looks like the thing you put on your trailer to your truck to tow your boat. Except instead of
trailer
a bulb, it's a hook.
yeah. But you know, it can get.
the harvesters kill things with their dicks because it looks like it.
No, but I'm sure they could.
It looks like it.
They kill their.
1,000 ways to die.
They
in
have
the
murder
insect world.
penises.
Harvestmen.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh my god.
It's not pretty. But then again,
Anyway,
what are?
away from bug dicks, you brought a big ol' case.
I brought a
of bugs.
big old case of
It's true.
bugs. Yes.
One of which, by the way, for our viewers at home, one of them is a tarantula husk, which is
It's out in the
kind of
open.
just sitting
It's
out here
just
this
sitting
whole
out on the
time, by
table.
the way.
Show him. Show him.
Yeah, we'll show you.
Oh,
One,
God.
two.
No. He's just touching it.
This is
He's
it.
just touching it like it's
I
nothing.
don't know if you guys want to zoom in on it.
Oh my
There you go.
god.
That's a dead tarantula.
It's a dead tarantula. It's a pink toe, in fact, which are actually like some of the puppies of the tarantula world.
That thing's a puppy.
This is a puppy.
You're calling a tarantula a puppy?
It's a puppy. They're
That's
cute.
a-
They're
that's-
docile. They're some of the like one of the starters if you ever want to get it. Here.
One of
A-
the
a- a-
starters.
A starter.
Tarantula
There
starter
you go.
pack.
But yeah, yeah, that's the tarantula. We have some bigger ones at school, but that's the one I brought in. 'cause it's
What's the
full.
biggest tarantula you can get?
The biggest one you can get? Is
What's
a
the biggest one you can get legally, and what's the one you can like that's the biggest
Ooh,
around?
I don't actually know legally. Tarantulas, for the most part, they're an exotic pet trade, but typically you're pretty fine. You can get pretty much any of them. I don't think
Isn't there like a
there's really-
Goliath spider?
Goliath
Is that-
bird eater is the one you're referring
Is
to.
that a
What?
tarantula? Or?
It's the size of a dinner
Okay.
plate.
That's massive.
That's huge.
Okay, wait. It's called the Goliath bird.
Yes, and
does
in
it
fact,
actually
it does eat birds. That has been. And there was actually
Why?
a certain tarantula
Why did
was
nature
feeding
allow this to
on
happen?
a possum. Not our possum, granted. It was a lot smaller possum, but think like rat size. So a little bigger
Can
than
you imagine
rat,
being
obviously.
the explorer that like was like delving deep into the
So-
jungle, and you see a spider that's eating a bird?
Feasting.
Literally, the explorer heard rustling in the leaves and was like,
Rustling?
"What's that?" Looked over. Oh my god!
That's a spider.
That's what happened.
He just looked over. Oh no!
yeah, basically.
Not the bird.
Follow the rustling. Follow the sounds of murder, and you'll find your arachnids, people.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna bring back the dicks again. But what happened to that one spider that can make you have a boner?
What?
Erection for the most scientific.
What?
Isn't there a spider that can do that? It's like the cone weaver or something.
There are some tarantulas that have little cones on their heads.
Well, no,
so
like
is that-
it forces you to have an erection. I'm fairly certain. Like whatever venom it has.
I vaguely know what you're referring to.
See,
I
I'm
don't
not-
know if it's a
I'm
tarantula.
not a psycho. I know.
There is a thing out
You
there.
might be a
There's
psycho.
I didn't
something
look
that
this up.
bites you
I just
and gives
learned.
you an erection. I don't remember what it is though, but I know what you're talking
I
about.
don't want to look up spider erection
Alright.
either. So
Please
So,
don't.
are there? Okay, so arachnids are
Arachnids.
terrifying.
Yes, but they're also some of the coolest things.
Are there any like regular insect, like herbivore type things that are terrifying?
Herbivores.
I mean, not really herbivores too much.
Insects?
There's still a lot. Bees are herbivores, and they can fuck you up pretty badly.
Yeah,
but
that's
then
fair.
then they kill themselves.
Wasp. Wasp is what you're looking for.
Yeah,
People hate wasps.
yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
Do they do anything
they
other than
sting.
be assholes?
That's a good point.
Why?
So,
why do they exist?
They
Why would
do
we
a
kill
lot
wasps?
of pollination, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Save the
they
wasps, everyone.
Save the wasps and the bees. And we
More
have a
importantly, the bees, because fuck wasps.
Yeah. If
I
we save
like
enough
wasps.
bees, we will
But
have to
okay,
get rid
actually,
of wasps
another
forever.
big fuck you that wasps do is there's a lot of parasitoids. So parasitoid is
Oh.
basically a term for part of their life cycle is parasitic. What these bugs do, and they all have specific things they target, which is fun because there's a lot of them. So some of them get as wild as let me sting a cockroach in the head.
Okay.
Tear off its antennae so it can no longer sense or like anything, and then lead it back to my den where I will then make it stay and let my larvae feed off it. After
Why
I
are
lay eggs in
wasps
them.
the most lawful evil insect?
They're
Oh
awesome.
my
Think of-
god!
I'm sure you've heard tarantula hawk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Big wasp that kills
Yes!
tarantulas. Yes, you have. Kill tarantulas. Same thing. A lot of them have, so they will, or if you ever see caterpillars, they have like white sacs on them. Those are wasp larvae. Which, yeah, they are pretty awesome, honestly.
They're
And
just
you-
like they're just feed.
They're like, let my young feed upon
Yeah.
your
It sounds
meat."
like to me that
Yeah.
they're just really bad single parents, and they're like, "You take care of my kids." And then this cockroach is like, "I don't really want to." It's like, "Oh, guess what? Your
you
antennas are
gotta.
mine now."
That's
Gotta.
so terrifying.
There's a lot of things like that, and it's pretty
what
awesome,
about, like-
honestly.
What about like the assassin bug?
The assassin bug.
That's another
I
like
have one
hardcore
with
bug,
me.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, bring this out. Let's
Bring
let's
this out.
see
Can you
a little bit of these.
He's got a big
By the
old
way,
crate.
I'm gonna, if you want to take a look at, these are just some of the ones I was able to acquire before coming over.
Oh, there we go.
So there you go. You got
Those are all
you got a
real.
whole lot of things. These are real, 100% real.
He killed them himself. He has a
Not all of them.
cyanide
Not
chamber
all of them.
for bugs.
I do.
Oh, he brought a lot of. Let's
There's
here.
a lot of-
Hey,
I have
They,
a
where
lot
do you
of
think they
them.
get these bugs?
Welcome-
they kill them
welcome
with
to the
cyanide.
show and
Show
tell
and
portion of
tell,
BTV Durban.
guys. Yeah. What do you guys want to look at? There's a lot.
The assassin bug,
The assassin-
particularly.
yeah, the assassin.
So
bug.
which because you said
We'll see if
we were
the
talking
camera-
before, and you were saying that the assassin bug has several different species. What's the one that wears the flesh of its enemies?
I don't know the species.
You don't know the
but
species?
There's an assassin bug. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this. Let me put it against my skin, maybe.
Ah!
There it is,
That's
there
what it would look like
You
if
see
it was
this,
eating.
spike right here. That's coming down on it. That's its mouth, and it stabs you with it. There's like a spike here. You see that like behind my finger?
Kinda, yeah. I
right
can see
there.
that.
Yeah.
That will it stabs that whole thing into you or whatever it's eating.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
These guys also chase down and just grab you. But some of them will kill ants and things. And then they will kind of like manipulate their bodies, kind of chink them up, do whatever you want with them, bend
Ew.
them, break them, however.
Bend 'em, break 'em,
And
put 'em in
then
the stew.
they will take those dead bodies, attach them to other dead bodies they have, and wear them as armor.
bug armor.
Why?
Bug armor.
Why? What's the point of that?
Wouldn't you want to walk around in
Bugs
armor?
are so
No,
cool.
I
I
don't
noticed
know.
why you went into this field now.
Oh, they're
If
they're
I'm
so
wearing
cool.
the flesh
So cool.
of people I've murdered, I'm getting arrested.
Yeah,
not,
but
not like
Ooh.
or they would think you're so hardcore that they're not gonna mess with you.
Okay, that's militaristic as
There you
fuck.
go.
But you also made me remember, aren't like ants super like militaristic or something?
Yeah, in fact, we have some called soldier ants.
wow. It's almost like they're
It's almost like they're
something.
Yeah,
I always loved ants though as a
Best
kid.
bug movie, Ants or Bug's Life? Favorite personally, and then favorite scientifically.
favorite scientifically is
Like one that's more
Man,
accurate.
neither
What's
one.
more accurate?
Between those two,
well, what?
probably ants.
Yeah.
Ants.
I mean,
Probably.
Bugs Life is-
it would be ants.
Bugs Life is really far fetched.
You
Yeah.
tell me that
Let
ants don't
me-
talk?
Well, I'm oh God.
I don't know how to respond to
Rethinking
that.
my life decisions now.
You don't talk to ants? I'm like, hey there, buddy. What's up?
Brandon needs help.
We'll see.
You know the movie Ant Bully? Yeah, that's gonna happen to you.
Oh, ant bully.
Ant Bully.
What?
Let me
Okay, what
turn you
is
into
your
an
favorite ant or not ant bug movie?
ant. Oh, jeez. I actually really like Ants.
Just
Yeah,
ants?
yeah, that movie. That actually.
That was a really good movie.
It was. It was good.
It was really messed
And they
up
did
at
some
one-
cool things that they actually do. Like, you know, remember when they were linking up
Yeah.
to reach things? There's ants that actually do that.
What?
Yeah.
What I think messed me up though in that movie is when they like went to war. Like
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah.
he was getting like shell shocked.
That was
Right.
so cool.
I enjoyed it. I
really
thought
good.
it was cool.
I haven't seen it in a while. I need to.
It's
though.
been too long.
Okay. So I remember talking to you about this like last summer, I think it was. You were working with moths or something and like moth farms.
Mhm.
So could you go into detail about that? Because I'm really interested in that.
Yeah. So basically, Boone County.
Okay.
This is a county in northern Kentucky. For anyone who
Yeah,
doesn't
you
know.
worked for them, right?
Yes, I worked for the county.
Okay.
They hired me on. It was something that my professor had contact with, and she's like, "Hey, this is going to be really good." And so, basically, they have a nature preserve that they reopened after doing some. It was getting a little too popular for its own good, is what was happening. People were essentially destroying it because there was so much
really
traffic.
cool. Stomp, stomp, stomp,
Yeah,
stomp, stomp.
is
Okay.
actually what was happening.
Oh,
And
man.
so they closed it down for 2 years, brought it back up, but in that time frame, they had hired a new natural parks manager. So all the nature preserves, anything that's basically not soccer fields, or
Okay.
trails, is what he does. So
Okay.
there's tons of things around the county that they had. He's in charge of.
He's not a chump.
He's not a chump. He's a good guy. He's hilarious, actually. But he wants to, a few things, increase social outreach. And so one of the things he's like, let's have actual local students do some research there.
Oh.
And then take that research and make it into signs or some other outreach. So then we can have the public learn about what that student did and what they have gotten.
That's pretty cool.
information. Yeah. As well as just get the information. Because
Yeah.
for some of these, they don't have any species at all other than like some of the just bigger trees. Kind of
Okay, yeah.
like they could have been no
If you're gonna be a nature
little
reserve, you
neglected.
you
should
better
you
know
should
what,
have something.
what you have.
So this it was Boone Cliffs. Visit. It's pretty cool, but stay on the trail, please.
We'll find you and beat you up.
Yes. All
Or,
three of
no,
us.
we'll sick tarantulas and scorpions up.
I will find something in your worst nightmare and stick it on you.
After tonight, I
And
believe
that's a
you.
problem. No, it's yeah. I know what you hate. But so they brought me on to do I had my choice of insects or any bug really at all for that matter because they didn't have anything. And I did moths because actually my best friend, his uncle is a lepidopterist, which is a moth scientist. Moth butterfly
What
scientist.
was
That's-
that again?
Lepidopterist.
Lepidopterus.
Lepidopterist.
That sounds like a building in Greece.
Some of the like
The lepidopterus.
science specific like myrmecologists for ants.
That's what it's called, myrmecology.
I thought it was gonna be the study of mermaids. Not gonna lie.
I thought it was gonna be the study of whispering.
No, so they brought me on to do research with identifying moths with basically he's a mentor now for sure. And we identified just tons and tons of species of moths that we had. And so I can give some stats because I have to make a poster about this. I'm sorry, it's a little boring.
Spit it
But,
off. Let's hear it.
So out of like 186 individuals, we actually like cataloged 151 different species.
Damn.
And I only collected 3 times.
Damn.
By
That's
the way.
that's
Three
a
different
lot of
ones.
unique.
Yeah.
How long were your
May,
days?
June, July.
How
so-
long were your days to collect that?
So what I did is I have one of my moth traps with me if you want me to get that
Yeah,
out.
bring that
show us
out.
your moth trap, dude.
So let's get that out. This is honestly something that most people could build in the garage because
Don't-
hey, I did.
Don't abuse this technology.
So
Yeah, please don't. But it's kind of, you know,
That's a bomb.
You can you can definitely tell that this is just like, oh, it's just a college student made this death device.
It looks like science to me. I'm not a scientist. So I
Right,
don't know.
so easy enough. You can find not all these materials in your room. But metal cone.
Show it on camera.
Metal
dude. There
cone.
we go.
Basically, the moths fall down.
Okay.
That's all that's for.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we'll start
Shouldn't have
from
got
the
on that
top.
cone.
We'll start from we'll go through the process of how the moths get
Okay.
captured.
Does that go on top?
Can you find
Yeah,
this
so this
online
will
or
go on
something?
top.
Like directions online, how to make this?
Possibly. I didn't actually look because my mentor
You just knew.
had,
You're like,
yeah, and he had to he made me schematics and stuff.
he
like,
made
He
you,
made you
like the
schematics.
sizing of the stuff I need to cut out and things. It was
That's
they
pretty
look
awesome.
really cool too. He's got nice handwriting.
Okay, so what does that do?
Nice
So,
handwriting.
This
That's
will
good
be
enough.
latched on so it doesn't fall off basically.
Okay.
There's some hooks and little holes in the sides. What this does is you hook this up to a lithium ion battery. So a big, like 10 pound battery. They're big.
Yeah.
They're not fun to carry around, especially when you have 3 of them and
Oh my
3
God.
of these and
Just a bunch of moths everywhere.
stuff. So you hook that up. What we have here is just a normal kind of control panel thing.
Okay.
Typical electricity type stuff. What this allows you to do is attach this guy here.
All right.
So this is a photo switch.
Photo
Basically,
switch.
and I wish I brought my battery, but I forgot, unfortunately. When this gets dark, it'll cause a UV lamp. That's what this black is in the middle to turn on.
So you can catch the scorpions if they come near.
If we have scorpions and I see them,
Gotcha,
I will see
scorpion.
'em. If I'm
Not
out
being
there
sneaky,
trekking,
we
I'm
see
like,
ya.
I know you're looking at my moths, bud. But so that'll attract the moths. And the photo switch, basically, it lets me just set the traps out and be lazy. Let me set you out during the daytime, and you only turn on at night.
Yeah, well, might as well.
Woohoo. Because why not? It's just
Thinking
it's the
smart.
best. Yeah.
Now, do
Scientists, we do things
So
lazier, which is more efficient.
the
Yeah.
moths fly in.
So
I'm
they
assuming
fly
they hit
in.
that and they fall in there.
No. So what we
Okay.
have is some chemicals.
dude, they fall in.
We'll have some chemicals.
Oh God.
Pardon the
That is a bomb. What is it?
terrifying rusty tin bottle container.
It looks like the Harvestmen should own that. Like,
Yeah, you'd find this in every Harvestman home. It's pretty much a staple, actually. They just got it in their back corner
it's
for
really
like
no.
when they need to get
Rohypnol
rid of
there.
the bodies.
oh my God.
No, this is a chemical where the fumes will essentially cause the moths to get knocked out.
It is Rohypnol. It's just moth Rohypnol.
Yeah, basically.
It's
You know,
moth
we
rohypnol.
coming with me,
humans
buddy.
use chloroform. We entomologists use ethyl acetate. That's what that is.
Ah.
So yeah, they'll fall in. They'll fall into the. This basically just makes them go down the hole into the bucket.
so,
This hole is
That's it.
for
like a
This
gumball.
hole
So like a
is-
gumball
yeah,
in a machine.
A gumball machine.
They
That's,
hit it
we
and fall in and go into.
we go to our basics when we
how,
do science.
how surprised are these moths? They're like, ooh, cool light.
Cool light. Well, we all know the moth memes that went around. It's,
The lamp.
it is playing as much into that meme
did the-
as you can.
y'all got lamp? Did,
So much so that they die. No.
did the moth meme spark any interest in the moth community?
Yeah, I loved it for one. It's been
Or-
my favorite meme yet.
All entomologists were like, yes, lamp.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we were probably
get
like
that
the
meme.
main drivers of that meme because
Probably.
Bugs.
Why not?
Yeah.
Bugs. But yeah, so you'll have another. This is just literally any. This is a cream cheese container.
Cream cheese
Fancy.
container.
If you want to have
stuff.
bagels with your moth.
If you want to have bagels,
Bagels with your
bring your
mom.
bagel, fill your container with some chemicals that probably would harm you if you can ingest it.
So they just fall in there.
yeah, so they fall in here, and the fumes will eventually kill them because
Mm.
it's fumes.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic gassing
We
of
have
moths.
a great. Whoops.
Ugh.
This just keeps the big moths separated from the small moths because you get some moths that are tiny and they fit in these little holes.
What?
Little baby moths.
Do you also stab those with needles?
Yes.
Really?
You have baby needles.
Really?
with
They're
baby
really
moths.
tiny?
Yeah.
Aw,
There's some that are
that's
so
kinda
small.
sad.
morbid,
There's some
yeah.
that are so small you actually like glue to like a little piece of paper and have to do it that way.
Aw.
It's in good science. It's okay.
It's
So I'm
for
sure some
science.
people are
Science.
like,
Hey, it's okay.
it's okay.
If we've learned anything
this was like valuable data for the
Really?
Parks District.
If
So
we- if we
they,
also
they
know.
need-
Also, if we've learned anything from insects tonight, it's that they make a million of themselves.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. There's,
where one of us goes, 2 million are standing.
yeah, it's pretty terrifying. We will never get rid of them.
Do moths ever feel bad about being ugly butterflies?
So funny enough, moths actually came first.
They came first.
Yes, moths came first. Butterflies are all pretty and
Moths are like,
Pretty-
hey, we're the OG.
moths are the OG. They're the OGs. But basically, they all of the nighttime we call them niche or niche. It depends on what you want.
Okay.
It's like their role in the ecosystem.
Okay.
All the
Oh.
nighttime ones are taken up. So then they're like, hey, let's also invade daytime.
So that's what
And
butterflies are.
that's what butterflies are.
Butterflies
So
Sorry.
butterflies were like, it's too dark, you bunch
It's
of
too
emos.
dark.
We're gonna
Yeah.
go hang out where it's light.
Basically, they're the ones who grew out of their emo phase.
Okay. So you tell me butterflies are just Chad moths?
Yes.
We're gonna like go
Really
hang out with
pretty.
the what? Wait, actually, that's a good point. What kind of bugs do exist in the daytime?
All of them? What?
A lot.
Well, like I always thought like a ton of bugs come out at nighttime because like you got
Well,
like
bees.
oh, that's a fair point. Bees,
Flies.
flies.
Bees, flies.
If you're in bug, you're in
wasps,
bug.
Right. They're pretty. They've got everything. So that's good stuff.
All right. Well, I think we have enough time for one more question.
Okay.
So,
What are you feeling? What's your question?
What is? Yeah. Hit me with a good one.
all right. I think here's a really good one to end on.
Okay.
So before the show a bit, we were talking about ancient times
Oh.
and
the
how
good old days.
apparently like lizards and stuff were like huge back then
They're called
because
dinosaurs.
yeah. But like, were bugs that big?
Yes.
Oh god.
Biggest dinosaurs, you're saying?
No.
Good, thank God.
No. So the largest insect we have on record is a fossil of. It's called a griffin fly. So
god.
dragonfly was not big enough, so it's griffin fly, which honestly doesn't really make sense.
No.
But
Nah.
just go with it. Go with
Just
it.
go with
It
it,
has its
okay.
own name because it was so massive. This thing had a wingspan of 2.5 feet.
Holy.
So its wings were
2.5
taller than like a lot of children we have.
some of our children.
Just
Oh,
some,
and dragonflies
a
like
lot.
bite you too. Like even now.
They can. It's not often, but I mean,
When you're just looking like an
could.
That
asshole,
thing
they're
could like tear.
Yeah,
that thing could tear an arm off, probably.
yeah, probably.
Oh
It
my
would.
God.
It'd probably take a minute, but yes, it
How-
ate.
Can
It
you-
ate smaller bugs. It ate reptiles.
Oh.
It was before mammals, so that didn't eat those.
Can you imagine the sound this thing is making? It sounds like a freaking Black Hawk helicopter.
It's probably a drum beat
Uh,
of wings.
Yeah, because like even like dragonflies kind of like the little bzzz,
Yeah.
and you can hear them. Like they're pretty loud.
Right.
Mm. Oh god.
2.5
Well, the thing is, though,
feet.
that's also the biggest
Two and
bug
a half
on
feet.
record.
I just had the most terrifying vision in my head. So like my parents own a cabin in Kentucky, right?
Second time you
And
mentioned it. Yeah.
and okay, well,
So
all the
brag.
time there's
Hey,
always
there
like
you go.
moths. There's always dragonflies like mating down there, and they get on top of each other like that.
Yes.
Could you imagine 2 of those dragonflies on top of each other flying around like that?
I feel like they have to take a break and just sit down, and, like to catch their breath a little
Probably be
bit.
fine at that point.
But the thing is, though, that's only also the biggest bug on record. There's probably bigger bugs.
There
Yeah.
probably are. We had
What's
to
the
get
smallest bug?
Oh, geez, there's tiny. There's little microscopic bugs.
Really?
Yeah. There's
Well,
some
what's the
tiny
difference? Like,
things.
if you see like little microbes, like, is there like, do they get that small?
No, because those are like single.
I'm not a
celled
scientist.
organisms.
I'm curious.
No. Microbes are it's single celled for the most part, bacteria
Okay.
and everything. No, you can't get that small when
Okay.
you're multicellular. I don't.
That's a big
I mean, there is a record small, but I don't know what it is
Yeah, whatever.
basically because I don't know what's happening.
That's all right. Well, I think that's all the time we have.
Do you have any final closings for us? For the people?
Harvestmen aren't spiders. Subscribe to Entomology Today. Subscribe to this. You'll see good stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks, we appreciate
And
it.
I guess
We need to appease Brendan.
appease Brendan. But bugs are cool. Please learn about them.
Yeah.
Once you learn about them, you find out that some aren't as terrifying as you thought, and you find out some are hellish, just by design.
Like hell.
I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight after the talk about the Harvestmen,
It's-
honestly.
They're
Yeah.
good stuff.
Well,
I think that's it.
yeah,
And
Drew.
just thank you.
Thanks for
coming on
watching.
the
I
show.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
This
coming on the
was
show.
fun. I
Thanks
enjoyed it.
you guys for watching.
Good stuff. If you have anything else that you are interested in, if you're excited about things, go to BTV Nerd Night on Twitter and shoot us a tweet.
Yeah.
And if you have something you're interested in, you want to talk about, send us a link.
Yeah,
send us a
especially-
message. Send us whatever. We want you on.
Yeah, especially if you're in the Cincinnati region. We're pretty friendly. We don't bite.
And we don't always have to talk about bug penises, you know. But
yeah. God, dude, I'm gonna be terrified after tonight. Well, yeah, Drew. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of
you
course.
can
Thank you. It's been fun.
yeah, you can find Drew on Instagram.
Yes.
On his
Follow me.
yeah. So yeah. Till then, see you guys next time.
See ya.
The bigger bites, like, how do people not notice? Like, how do people wake up in the middle of the night and they just have, like, hunks of flesh gone?
Well, they I don't know. That's not.
Why
one of
can't you
those.
answer
That's
all
not
of my
one
questions?
Same reason
That's not
people couldn't
those.
convince people that vampires
This is
didn't
the
exist.
after show,
They're like,
everybody.
They're in the night.
Welcome,
They bit me when I was
welcome to
sleeping. I don't know.
BTV after show.
Hey guys.
We got questions about bugs. We can't
We got
answer.
questions. Just let's make a Q&A.
Wait, okay, so they're arachnids, but they're not spiders.
Right.
Tweet or
So-
comment on all his stuff. Ask him questions that
Okay,
you can't
Drew,
answer.
On my
I have a
Instagram,
question.
I'm gonna have a
I have a
Q&A
question real quick
post
that I
coming
didn't
up
get to
soon.
ask.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the category that encompasses insects and arachnids and like all of those those like creepy little things?
So the overarching one, it's
Yeah.
called ecdysozoan. Ecdysis is the shedding of the skin.
okay.
So ecdysozoan includes like nematodes as well.
What's a nematode?
Whoa,
A nematode.
That's a
Nematode.
SpongeBob thing.
Yeah,
Nematode.
they're little, they're roundworms that fuck up a lot of things,
That shot
basically.
looked really cool, by the way.
A lot of things.
The way you just kind of like pushed the camera and like let it.
Yeah,
glide.
ecdysozoans.
That looks so cool.
You guys, make sure you lock all three wheels.
You're like a boy.
Yep, and then there's arthropoda. It would be the next tier down.
What was that?
Arthropoda.
Okay, what is
So
that?
those are like
Arthropod.
crustaceans, as in like lobsters, crabs, arachnids, insects. Hexapods are the other insects.
You want to touch the tarantula?
No, I'm both intrigued and really disgusted.
But we just had a
Um,
good time. talking about all these
Yes, and you guys had a great time up close, and I had a great time far away.
It was horrifying.
I was very
I
happy with
think
my
it was
placement.
fun.
Thank you.
I enjoyed this. This was good. Hey, anyone who's watching this, you should also come on the show because it's fun.
I kept trying to put it
I did have. I was a lot of fun.
My
Yeah.
dad used to do stuff like this. He'd collect butterflies specifically in moths, and so like
use cyanide?
we'd have like
yeah.
in our house we'd have like 2 butterflies pinned, but there was nothing else ever. So like butterflies I was cool with, but then everything was like
Right. I actually
Butterflies
have
are pretty. Like, you'd be
like,
like, hey.
pin
yeah. Well, I
boards.
for a long time didn't know they were
Whoa.
real. So,
Pin boards.
Like, I just got used to them being around.
Ta-da! You put them in the middle,
Like,
spread the wings, and then like
Like a model or something.
put paper down.
Yeah, because they were
Oh,
really
you
realistic.
mean okay? I see what you're saying.
And then they were real, and I was like, oh my god, people, what is that?
Cyanide in a jar
okay.
with some other
He
things.
He's
Actual
basically Bug
cyanide.
Hitler.
This is
Actual
how we die,
cyanide.
guys.
Yeah, this
right
is-
now. You're just gonna go.
Can you bring
And
that on
it-
campus?
Seriously,
You're gonna feel a
I
tug.
keep
on yourself
all
when
this
you're
on
asleep,
campus.
He's gonna be in a gas mask.
You,
He's
if
like-
you actually
Using
like
hunks
a
of
few
food.
drops of water,
He's like holding up a
screw the
candle
lid on for a
spider.
second, take it off, take a whiff, you might actually pass out from this.
Really?
Like,
Pass
yeah,
me your
it's
phone.
actual.
No,
it's
I'm
actual
not gonna do
cyanide.
that.
It's like
Like, is there a
Take
chance?
a
If
few
I did
drops
it,
of
is there
water
a chance it would
right
kill
now.
me?
probably not kill you.
Take it.
Wait, I don't like
Probably.
probably.
I don't want to confirm or deny that, but
I don't want to confirm it.
I need
Brandon,
to get
you wanna get in on this?
Dude, I'll take a big
legal
old whiff.
action.
That's amazing.
I got a few drops
You
of water.
actually.
I'm not carrying it.
I'm
It's about to be a long
I'm
weekend,
not-
baby.
I'm not gonna, you can like take a whiff if you
No.
want with water in it. You
That
can do
I may
that.
or may not pass out.
I'm gonna
pass out-
No, it-
I'm
if
gonna
you
say
have to, like,
I'm
breathe
gonna say
into
right
it.
now we're not gonna do this on the UC properties. Okay.
Do this for
Are,
the
but
likes.
We're not gonna do it on video. Mostly
That's
for
fair.
reasons.
What was that, Nicole? Are we gonna do it?
I can't say that, and you know I can't.
I don't go here, so yes.
All
And
right,
you
sign
can't
us
kick
off
me out.
from the after show.
This isn't a dry campus.
This is Zach the Ox of BTV Nerd Night signing you off.
Hey, Brandon.
Good night, America. And remember,
And I'm
if you see
Drew.
a communist, report it to your local agency. Have a good
If you
night.
see a harvestman,
Run
befriend
away.
it and
Run.
use it against your enemies.
Run.
It's good. It's good.
Raise it as your own.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna sleep.